All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, as is customary, when it's that time of the day to get ready for the pod and be open to the topic for today, um, I definitely waited for a few seconds to see what would show up. And of course, as you may have already noticed, especially if you're watching this on YouTube. And yes, if you are watching this on YouTube as a pod, please do like and subscribe because that is what feeds the algorithm. So, as I said, the topic for today is something that just showed up. And the topic is all about being present or practicing and mastering the art of being present. So today was one of those days where I literally um, there were different client calls, I had coaching calls through the day, and there were several moments when I noticed that I was just being present. And there were times when, as I was listening within, I didn't have the answer, but I just waited, I just allowed, and whatever was my internal, dialogue, what I was, I guess you could say, possibly, talking to myself or just listening to what I was saying, a lot of the experiences of the day were around this. Um, you could call it a skill, we call it a practice of just allowing, of just being present. And I've been very blessed that over the years, especially the last couple of years, a lot of times I just literally have to just show up, right? Meaning, um, obviously, I've been doing the work, I've been, learning the skill of practicing hypnosis, of teaching hypnosis. But more than that, it's just knowing that being in the presence of whoever it is that I'm meant to be working with on that given day, that given moment, just being present is what uh, brings the magic, is what makes the magic. And so, whether I'm in my community calls, whether, like on the weekend we had one, which was, I guess at the time of recording, it was 2 days ago. And, whether it is working with a client, um, mentoring them, or just listening to them, a lot of times, the actual work happens when I'm just being present. So, of course, it's not just about me, but I can tell you that learning to be present, practicing presence is something that today, for me, it's a gift because I now get to be able to share this with others. I get to be able to, you could say, teach. I get to be able to demonstrate that, you know, especially as a digital coach, if you want to be able to make a difference in the lives of your clients, it all starts with you. And the more you're willing to be and the more you're open to being present, you will be led to whatever it is that you're meant to share with your client. There was a time, of course, uh, till a couple of years ago, where there was a lot of thinking. There was a lot of, I wonder what I should be doing with my client, for my client, what I should be telling them. There was a lot of that until, of course, with practice, I realized that um, being prepared is really about showing up and having that willingness to just listen. And in listening, most often the what's next just shows up. And I've also started to notice this in my relationships. Sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable because we all like to have a certain degree of control. We all like to frame out how we want a particular conversation to go. But the true power is in being willing to just listen. And also, of course, if you have a desire like, okay, I want this to happen with, um, in a particular relationship or even for a client, you make that wish and then you just let it go. And then the doing is actually just being or just allowing, just listening. And don't take my word for it. Definitely test it out and see how this helps you out in the days ahead. Um, of course, before I go, just a quick reminder, especially as a digital coach, if you've already done a lot of the work, you've been maybe studying your craft. Now it could be in the like what I like to call the five streams. So it could be in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, or even for that matter, spirituality or purpose. Regardless of which area you've decided to focus on, I can tell you that um, if you've already done the work, right, you've been building that skill, and when it comes to building your business, somehow you've of course taken the time, you've spent the money in buying tools, you know you have monthly subscriptions, and you've also learned technology, whether it is how to use AI or how to edit or how to shoot reels. I mean, all of this is technology speak, which till a couple of years ago most of us didn't know, especially as digital coaches. So you've done all of that. You've also, been part of, communities. You've also been active in them, but somehow, you've interacted with mentors. You've done all of that, right? But when you look at your bank balance, it just doesn't add up, right? And somewhere inside, you're wondering, okay, what is it that I'm missing that is not getting me what I want? So if that is you, if that's the space that you're in right now, I can definitely tell you that there is this one missing piece. And what is this missing piece? It's all about your self beliefs, your beliefs about you, your beliefs about what you think you cannot do. So here's the antidote if you're ready for it. And it's this, right? So rather than focusing on how to get rid of bad habits or how to change your negative self beliefs and negative self image, when you focus on actually building truly powerful positive self beliefs, you will start to experience so much of positive energy, so much of a attraction towards doing the work that you're doing, which is your passion, which is your purpose, that your old habits, your old beliefs will literally like fall by the wayside. Right? And why am I saying this? Because I myself have been on this journey now for 21 years, and I've tried many things, I've tested many things, and today I'm at that point where I know that this works. So, if you've tried everything and you're still failing, this is maybe for you, this is that moment where things can truly turn around. So, I've, created a very, very simple framework, a simple process for you to be able to begin this. And this is a workshop that I've created, which is called Mera Number Kab Aayega. It happens on Sunday at 11 a.m. So definitely, come join and find out how self-hypnosis can truly be able to help you create positive, powerful self-beliefs. And when you start doing this, you'll start to notice that it shows up in the work that you do. You'll start to notice that it changes your relationships with your clients, with more importantly, with yourself, right? Because when you are able to change that relationship with yourself, you start to show up differently for your clients. And that's when they actually notice that there's something different about you and they feel, drawn to be in your space. So, if you're ready to make that journey, that's the reason why I make it a point to show up every week. And I've been making these pods, I've been, shooting these videos now for close to almost a year now. And I can tell you that it's made all the difference. So I definitely look forward to seeing you. There is a link you should be able to see at the bottom of the screen. If you're not able to, then definitely just drop me a message, and I will share the link with you. Lastly, of course, if you do have any questions, or if you'd like me to create, you'd like me to create content on any particular topics, reach out to me. And last but not the least, if there's any way in which I can help you, definitely let me know. So before I go, just remember one last thing, and that is to live with purpose. So I'll see you in the next one. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.